This tutorial video is about importing old VICA30 format input files to the new VICA30 style workbook that runs the new VICA30M three-phase or polyphase induction motor design program. I have Excel 2016 up here, and I'm going to open come on a VICA30 workbook. I have them stored over here on my hard drive, and the latest one is this. By the time you use it, it probably will have a different date on it for the initial workbook, and maybe even a different name. But you get this workbook with your purchase of the enhanced VICA30 software package from acmotorcad.com and purchased at 123cad.net. We're running a little slow here because we have the video recorder running. This really isn't what I wanted. I have this 104 pH run. It is a 75 horse 4-pole 460 volt motor. It looks like this. Now let's say I want to import a different design from the old 1986 formats. We have an icon for that now in the AC MotorCAD tab called Import 1986 Format. It's the previous version you might have for your VICA30 files from a 1980s or 90s or 2000s purchase. So I'm just going to click on that icon. Go find a file from that era. Let's look in here. I have some. There's the one I imported before. Let's try this one here. Now, the way that this customer has named these samples, CHI is a main input file, CHR is a rotor punching file, and CHIS is a stator punching file. I'm going to click on this main input file. I will take these out of here. I forgot to do that. These, you shouldn't have to even see this workbook, this worksheet, but it is importing the data there. Okay, now 53 cells have been updated. This is a 50 horse motor, you'll notice. A 2-pole. Rejected variables. Many variables used in the old DOS VICA30 program are not used anymore. This message just tells you that they aren't used. For instance, all of these punching file quantities, well, you don't have a punching file anymore that's needed. So they're computed from diameters and slot widths and so forth, which are imported. So that's just to remind you that those variables are gone now, or they're not gone, they're not needed in the input sheet. And remember to change the title cells. Okay, this is a 50 horse, so we'll change that. It's 2-pole, so it's higher speed, and I see it's still 60 volts. I have not run this one before. Got some changes going on. Okay, now check your error column to make sure that the values are all reasonable. It doesn't mean that they're right, it just means that they're not obviously wrong. Now, if you have rectangular wire, these cells will appear instead of what's in the round wire section. If you have concentric windings, then these will appear. Here are rotor quantities. Looks like, wonder why. I'm going to do a quick fix here that you probably will not have to bother with. Here we got an error. Yeah. Here we've got an error. I think I have to take a break and fix this up. Well, I'm not going to fix it up. I'll fix it up later, of course. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get that other file that did not give me errors. Okay, no errors on this one. I'll have to check. Maybe the errors in my programming or maybe the errors in the file itself. I don't know. But we're not getting any errors here now. Our conductivity is reasonable. Entering count 2 does not seem likely. Let's see, this sketch would have been left over. because we didn't resketch it, but let's make sure. Okay. All right, let's run this. Okay, it seemed to run all right because it was so quick. Otherwise, I would have got an error message. Ran successfully. Yes, now we'll go get the speed torque curve and the other curves. Output data. Notice that we're using the standard V0 0 G V0 curve for the saturation because that's what we had. There's our speed torque chart. I don't know what's going on there. I'll find out. Here's our load performance chart. There are no amps on it, even though it's provided for. That's because the amps go up to 127. Let's see, we want 10 divisions because that's what's on the left. So we could do 15. Well, let's do 200 amps. Okay, now here's the amps. Wow, that's weird. Doesn't vary much over the whole range of power. Well, that's what the data says, I guess. 6 to 127. Well, the power factor is pretty bad. For this size motor, it's yucky. That can't be right. Doesn't look normal. Reactances have to be really high for that to happen. Let's see what we got for reactances. We got they don't look real high. Well, anyway, my purpose here in this video is not to analyze the design, but show you how to use this tool to import your old style data. Now, I don't know if it's 1986 or not. It was about that date, but that was used up through 99, I think, or even into the 2000s. It might have started earlier than 1986 because VICA did his initial work on this stuff in the 1950s, actually. So I call it 1986 format anyway. You get the idea. And I will tack on some videos for the remaining questions that I mentioned. What is this? Oh, that's formatted as a date, but it was run 1. I'll fix that too. Let's just put a 1 in here. And there you go. That is the import tool.